So there we go.
There we go. We're back again.
Yeah.
Bit late.
Welcome to the special Wednesday edition that nobody's gonna watch.
Not till Thursday.
Yeah. We're gonna start with you real quick.
Start with me.
Your you know what?
What?
There's nothing on here.
What do you mean?
There's a website that tells you like
The set list?
set list.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Went too far.
There you go.
We know where you fucking live.
That's right.
Started the show.
It was good, man. It was fucking powerful from the beginning to the end.
I'm looking at this list here. Yeah.
Turning It was awesome.
Turning. That's my favorite Manson song.
Mine too. It was like listening to it back in the Antichrist show when he came the first time. But yeah, it was
Quick
really
set though, 13 songs.
Yeah, it was a quick set. I believe my brother said he looked at it and he said the one beforehand.
The love song?
No.
Oh, the show.
The show beforehand, they played more.
Oh, really?
Songs. I think that's because they're double headlining it, right? Everybody's right on fucking time.
Yeah, it shows. There's we now have the actual Rose law now in every building that bands will get fined
if they go over the time.
If they don't start on time and they don't end on time.
Right. I just think actual Rose for that.
A lot of bands will say "fuck it" on the ending.
But
they end when they end.
Yeah, all I knew was it was beautiful people, and that was it. I always got to come out for one more. And I was watching back there because there's a digital clock. They were done just a few minutes before whatever time it was. I got out of there before 9.
Yeah.
So and from 8 till 9-ish.
No, but you taking the break off last week and then coming to today works. Big segues and shit. Like we're a real show.
That's right.
Because you got to meet.
I got to meet
Manson.
I didn't fanboy out like I did with Nina Strauss.
Yeah, that was probably my worst one. But so you said compared to
the Nina Strauss's one, I like Nina Strauss's was a little more intimate. A little more interactive, I want to say. Maybe not as intimate, but interactive. You got to ask questions.
Yeah, in hindsight, I should have spoke up more in that one. Just because I felt like if I started talking, I was gonna dominate the floor. Like I had so much things going through. I had a list that I forgot to bring. Do you have a spot of tea would be more intelligent than some of the fucking... There was still some good questions.
There were some good questions, but remember that one fucking dude? He was like the fucking dumbest of all. So, your guitar for Ibanez, blah, 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 blah. Or are you ever going to come up with a left-handed version of it? Oh, well, I was thinking of it, maybe. Oh, because I have one. What was the fucking point of that?
I do remember that.
It was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. It was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I just couldn't forget it. Well, I have one, but well, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But no,
the questions of like her at WrestleMania, her at the LA Rams, things like that. Those were good, normal questions.
Yeah.
But yeah. Did you get asked anything while you were there?
Did he ask me anything?
Or did you get to
I got to speak. Yeah. I got to talk a little bit while he was signing things.
Yeah.
I basically just said, dude, love your music. Thanks. Every time you come into town, me and my brother, it's kind of our thing, getting your show. Thanks for all the fucking music and shit.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch tonight's show. I heard it's really good. He signed my fucking poster that he gave me, and then I said, oh, hey, while you're at it, can you sign my arm? Then he fucking closes up his little fine point shop, pull out a big black steel, a big black chisel tip, and then Jenna tattooed it on.
There it is.
There it is. It looks exactly like the fucking way he did it.
That's awesome. Yeah, because you got to get in there right. You got to like plan it all, like book your appointment.
Yeah, well, I did have my appointment booked for the next day.
Yeah.
But she called. Oh yeah, guess what? I don't work on Wednesdays anymore. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, even Thursday. So I get up. I go to bed. Get up. Fucking look in the mirror. But holy fuck, it's pretty much rubbed off. Holy fuck. I said, oh, I'll just go to work and I'll take a Sharpie and just go over top of it. I shit you not, half the day went fucking by. And yeah, it was half gone again. I'm like, fuck. So I fucking text Jen. I said, what do I do till tomorrow? It's rubbing off. And she says, it doesn't matter. I've got to clean it off anyways, so it doesn't matter. And she told me to take a picture of it right after it got done.
Oh yeah.
So Trevor took a few pictures of it, and then we sent it to her. She traced it, and she put it back in the same place that he put his.
Nice. Just goes over what was kind of faded.
It was no, because I told her on it happened Tuesday. I told her on Wednesday. I said, dude, this is rubbing off, and that's what she said. Because I woke up and I didn't shower because I didn't want it to rub off more. That's when she says, well, you got a picture of it. I'm tracing it out, so just don't worry about it. I got fuck great. So I had a fucking shower and it felt so great. And I went in.
Oh yeah.
I measured it too, the length of it to make it, because now there's no trace of it except for a picture. So I measured it. Jen drew it up, sized it up. Boom, there we go. And
This
that was
is
my
probably
Manson trip.
because of whatever, but yeah, the gallery show for Manson had 17 songs.
Yeah, so maybe Slaughter to Prevail ended early, and he got more time.
Raise the Red Flag.
They did play that one.
Yeah, so there's that one. Reflecting God.
They didn't play that one.
This is the encore. The encore was Reflecting God, first time live since 2018.
Yeah, which they didn't play.
And Coma White.
They didn't do that either. He didn't go back for an encore.
Did he? I'm pretty sure he did. I see
What?
Sweet Dreams on there.
Of course.
As Sick as the Secrets Within.
Yeah.
So
Red Flag, Satan, Dope Show.
Great Big White World.
No, we didn't do that one.
So there was Great Big White World because there's going to be 4 songs. Great Big White World, Raise the Flag, and Fucking God, and Coma White. So, yeah, so that's great you got to talk to him because of the fact that we have a theme for tonight and it's going to be interviews. We talked off there that didn't even know that Henry Rollins had a talk show. Until after it was gone. It was on some American cable channel. We didn't get it up here. I'm pretty sure if I really wanted to find out YouTube as you did.
Probably. That was a reel I just came across. So it was
Yeah, and then to show it, I have to go find the actual thing on YouTube.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, because I bet you he very well spoken guy.
I thought of you too. I thought Henry Rollins said one of Craig Martin's faves. So
yeah, the guy is such a great speaker.
I said this satisfies both of our desires.
Yeah.
Our wants.
Like I said, I got on there. I didn't even know that he did a spoken word thing as well as doing his music at the same time. Multitask here. But one friend of the show, Nick, he said, you gotta watch this. This is like the first time I ever saw him do spoken word was on the old Dennis Miller show,
Yeah.
which was at the time probably the best talk show out there,
Late night show.
late night show. Unfortunately, it didn't cater to the masses.
Yeah, well, you know, just like all those other talk shows, everybody eventually.
Like he was going up against, in his prime, Arsenio Hall, Letterman, Leno, and whoever else was out there at the time. But couldn't compete with that.
No, and he had his humor was pretty dry.
His humor's pretty dry. His guests were
I thought it was fucking
not
hilarious.
mainstream. Yeah,
Yeah,
his, yeah.
I thought it was
In
fucking hilarious.
Canada, yeah, we love our dry humor. United States doesn't get dry humor.
No.
They get slapstick, and that's it. They understand fart jokes and nothing else. Here's a list of who he had on for his. First episode, so he's just run through a whole bunch of them.
Mhm.
Oliver Stone, Chuck D, Ozzy Osbourne.
His fucking idol.
Yeah, one of his idols. Yeah, exactly. Sabbath and all that. Perry Farrell of Jane's Addiction. Who else we got here? Kevin Smith. These are the interviews that he did.
Yeah.
Not to mention who he had as he also did a musical guest too. So in his first season, he had who do we got here? Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, Dinosaur Jr., which is like for some reason Henry Rollins loves Dinosaur Jr.
Oh my God.
I don't know why or how. Just does. Slayer, who he absolutely loves. I know he does that one too. And then they did season 1 with himself.
Of course he was.
With Rollins Band. Second season, episode 1. How do you start off? Marilyn Manson was his first guest in season 2. I'm trying to see who was the guest of that day. Peaches. All right.
Fucking Peaches.
I don't know. You also have Joan Jett, Steve Buscemi, William Shatner, Larry Flint, Steven Tyler. He had Sinead O'Connor. Bobo Bardell. Really, William Shatner, and he also had Peeping Tom, which is a Mike Patton.
Yeah.
Yes, one of his. It's it was a one-shot deal with him. The Stooges, Iggy Pop, like this guy he had some obscure things from his show as well, just like on the Dennis Miller show.
Mm. Well, Henry Rollins has always been kind of like the underground type thing. So he's gonna probably go around. He's do more of the obscure thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's yeah.
Instead of rather going for the most popular stuff, go for the kind of the stuff he knows, right?
Yeah, he's gonna want to help elevate
Right, other people.
as I probably would too.
Of course you would.
I would
Anybody would.
I would want to try and get like local something or other. That's not a bad idea. Have a talk show, something like this,
Something like this.
with a local band opening the show. Wheels turning. Wheels are turning. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. So let's play a clip from the Manson one here. Which I believe is this one here. And then we'll go to do. No. There we go. Share screen.
Important question, like what's our problem with gun homicide in this country?
Right.
And your moment, and I've seen the thing twice now, and it's resonated with me the most.
I appreciate it, and at the same time, it's kind of my criticism for the film because people ask me what I think about it, and I of course like how I came across in it, but I think that a lot of it didn't really deliver. I think there was a lot of stuff in there that I wanted that movie to answer, and it didn't.
Yeah.
But you know, ultimately, I like what the movie did, but I think as far as the actual subject matter and the answers that I became obsessed with, because I locked myself in an attic for 3 months and didn't want to talk to anybody because I was afraid I was going to get killed and stuff. So I wanted a lot of answers, and I didn't get them from it. But that's, you know, that's a different thing.
Yeah. America is in a very interesting place right now. And I'm sure you understand when I say interesting, it's interesting for some very awful reasons.
It's like when you're at an art gallery and you're like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
There's a couple of ways you can have the inflection on interesting to mean
Yeah.
it sucks or it's,
Yeah,
it's interesting.
we are definitely at interesting times.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're very aware of things that go on. What scares you about America right now?
The thing that just scares me, if anything, is how much more can the common man be manipulated? How much farther can the government go? You know, how longer is it till we get to George Orwell?
Yeah.
There's so many people that know it and talk about it. You know, however many people will watch your show and they know it and they agree with you, or people that watch Bill Maher, or people that, you know, that watched Bowling for Columbine, and you think, if all these people did something about it, why would we still be in the same position? So it's scary to know that the right wing has such a stronghold. If people really stopped and realized how much art and creative people move the world versus politics.
I think it was a bit fucked up there.
Yeah.
Someone was dipping into the heroin or the cocaine or
Well, he had a drink in his hand.
or the drink in his hand. It probably wasn't his fucking 30th one either.
Yeah. So he did have a drink in his hand at the time. Yeah, you did mention that was, so that came right after he did have an appearance in Bowling for Columbine. I remember. Yeah. So.
Well, because he got blamed for the fucking Columbine shootings.
Yeah. You know, you did get blamed for it, or didn't, you know, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Marilyn Manson, they all got blamed for it, you know. At the end of the day, not to get all political with this shit, a person makes up their own mind.
Of course they do.
One of the things that Manson would probably have next week, I want to do songs based on true stories.
All right.
Like I have one in mind. I'm gonna leave it for that one.
All right.
But one of them that I can think of is that we can just talk about now would be Kiss. Nothing to lose.
I was thinking the same thing.
Something like that. Something that's based on a true story. Because sometimes a lot of songs are just taken from perspective and things like that. But I want the ones that are based on true
Yeah,
stories.
most of them are fiction
Or fiction.
What about your fucking feelings?
Or something like that. Yeah, I want ones that are based on true stories because something came across my desk and I was just like, yeah, I totally agree with this. And it was based on true story. So I was just like, yeah, okay. So, okay, interesting. I'm gonna find another one here, which is like a big one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so this is Joey Ramone on Conan O'Brien. This was near the end of everything, obviously.
Yeah, 'cause the band already played, which is the Ramones, obviously, and then he comes back for 5
I
minutes.
don't think the Ramones played. I think it was just him as a guest. I think he was doing a solo thing at the time.
Maybe he did a solo thing. Because that's the last 5 minutes of the Conan O'Brien. He'll sit with the musical cast for about 5 minutes. Hawk the seat. No, it's the Ramones. See, he's got that fucking. I've got that one. It's like the Ramones box set.
Oh,
The
yes.
box sets.
Yes, okay, maybe he was just doing a thing with it.
Or maybe he's hawking it too.
Maybe he's hawking it, yeah.
Very good. I like that.
That's not fair.
Yeah, got a good beat. They do it well.
High praise, indeed. You know, there is a lot to talk about here. And first thing is, I don't think people today appreciate how much you guys changed the whole scene of music. You started the punk movement. You guys were doing it in '74, which is 2 years before the British punk movement. Isn't that right?
Right.
And
Actually, even more.
even more?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking maybe 3, 4. You guys were doing this in the 50s.
You know who appreciates us? Green Day and the Offspring.
Right. There's a lot of bands now that have said this was the band. When you guys first came along, you didn't sound like anybody else. You didn't look anything like anybody else. How did the average people react to you back then?
Like we were aliens. Like we were from Mars.
Right.
I remember this agency Premiere, they booked us and they wanted us to get wider exposure. So they put us on tour with, not on tour, but we did a show with Toto in the middle of St. Charles, Louisiana. It's supposed to be the most dangerous place on earth. And we played some basketball stadium. It was us and Toto. And the kids we drove about 15 hours out of the way to get there because we had just done like 9 shows like prior. We get there and we're tired. We go on, we play the show, and everyone's just staring at us like we're from Mars or something like that.
Right. There's a story I read somewhere where you guys are coming out. You're coming out of a van,
Right.
And some woman saw you, and she went up to your manager. Do you remember? You don't remember this story?
Yeah, she went up to our road manager, Monty, and said, "Nice of you to take care of these people."
Now, the Sex Pistols, of course, they come along in '76, I believe.
Right.
They come out, and the Sex Pistols.
No, they came out in like '77.
Oh, okay.
We
All
had
right.
we had 3 albums out before they had their first.
Right. You guys came first. We established that. We're not going to fight about that.
Okay.
But the Sex Pistols just said they wanted to fight you guys. Isn't that
Well,
right? Because there was a perceived rivalry, but the Sex Pistols actually wanted to fight you, and you didn't.
Well, when we first met them, it was our first tour over there, and they wanted to come on like they were gonna they wanted to that's how they were wanted
Right.
like they wanted to start something. So '77 we came back, we did a tour, and Johnny Rotten wanted to come backstage, so for a little prank that we pulled on Johnny was that we all kind of pissed in the beer. And Johnny,
What do you mean you kind of pissed in the beer?
we did.
Okay.
We urinated.
There
and
you go, yeah.
Pissed in the beer.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Ramone gave Johnny Rotten the beer.
Uh-huh.
It's like our way of saying, oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's a greeting,
Well, that British beer is pretty bad. He probably
Yeah, you
didn't
probably
notice.
know the difference.
You've written a million. You guys have all these. I was looking at the anthology, and so many of your songs, it occurs to me when you see them all, are about the brain. Gimme
Brain is
shock
an important
treatment.
thing, right?
Teenage Lobotomy, I want to be sedated. Psychotherapy, my brain is hanging upside down. Brain drain. Why this fascination with the brain?
We're screaming out for help.
That's a good place to end it right there.
That is a good place to end.
Yeah. So now we're back. Yeah. I can tell. Like, I haven't watched that whole thing. I don't know if I ever probably did, but I
I
don't
didn't see
remember.
that before. I remember it's kind of sort of seeing something like that before.
Yeah. When you see so much shit, you don't remember a lot of it. Yeah, very influential band. You know, my first glimpse into we're doing a whole fucking thing of fucking clips. It's the clip episode. My whole introduction to the Ramones was on the Power Hour of all things with I Want to Be Sedated. Went out, got the very first album, second album, was getting them all in order and stuff like that. So yeah, and then the first album, first song, Beat on the Brat, I was like, this is amazing.
Because the Ramones are good.
They, yeah.
Like one person I know that doesn't like the Ramones. It's Marlene.
I don't know why.
We would sit downstairs and we fucking crank up Guar and everything. Second I put the Ramones and turn that fucking shit off. I fucking hate the Ramones. We'll sit down there and listen to Guar until fucking the cows come home.
Yeah. She has a very eclectic taste too.
Fucked up. Why don't we just call it fucked up?
No, I would say eclectic just because of the fact that she's one of those people that also likes a lot of big genre of music, right?
Epileptic.
Epileptic, you know, you're like, no, I have an epileptic taste in music because I would say that it's all over the place because of the fact that I can't listen to. It's always on shuffle.
Yeah.
I can't.
Let's do an album.
I still try. I still try. There's a few albums that I've listened to. When I did that poll a few weeks back of like, I did go back and listen to some albums.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them that came up was a lot of people had Master of Puppets on there. I did do Master of Puppets.
And that's because fucking.
I was there.
I know, and that's also because of Stranger Things. That's why Master of Puppets.
No, a lot of these people, the older people too, though, that were saying Master of Puppets. And it was very strange to see someone like that's a full-on hardcore straight edge punk guy like a Jay Collins say Master of Puppets, you know. And then there was some other people too, and I was like, interesting. I was like, I didn't think I was gonna get Master of Puppets from him, right?
Yeah.
So, because the songs are all fucking 7+ minutes long, you know. But yeah, it's just whatever. Speaking of, Metallica played down in Seattle.
I know my boss went
What day?
Friday.
You went to the Friday show? Local radio station here was giving away tickets for it.
Rock 101.
Oh, were they doing it too?
Yeah.
Okay, so was CFox. Wasn't going to say their names, but okay. And as I'm listening to them give away these tickets, and I'm like, okay, I may have been drinking at the time. This, and I'm like, they are giving away a fucking. You're not getting a free fucking concert ticket when you live in Vancouver
No.
and the show is 3 hours away.
No, it's exactly it.
You're getting a fucking bill.
Now you gotta pay the tank of gas to get down there.
Tank gas down there.
And back.
And back.
And the hotel room.
Possibly a hotel room.
Food.
Everything like that. So, this Seattle show was probably the worst that I've seen because the fact that they played in Edmonton the week before.
Yeah.
They did Saturday, Sunday, or something like that. Seattle was Friday and Sunday.
Oh, Friday is. I'll probably give them a fucking break.
So if I'm coming from out of town
Yeah.
and I got a ticket
To both shows.
both shows. Yes. So tickets were $600 in 2 days. Openers, 2 on each day. Friday was
Pantera.
Pantera and Mammoth. So $600 for that. American. Under Canadian plus all the fucking Ticketmaster service charges, you're looking at $1,000
Yeah.
Canadian. You are then for at least a half decent hotel room, at least $300 a night.
Yeah.
So if you say Friday, do you drive back Saturday?
But now you got the tickets for the next show.
Yeah. So you're looking at a Saturday hotel,
That's right.
and then you're probably looking for a Sunday hotel because you're
When
gonna
it'll be closed by the
because-
time you get back.
the borders will either be well. There's the 24. There's Peace Arches is 24.
Is Peach out 24?
Yeah. And I think so is Sumas. Maybe not anymore. But either way, you're gonna be bagged after fucking out in the sun
Yeah.
outdoor show. You're bagged. It was a nice fucking weekend. You're gonna be fucking bagged. You're not gonna want to fucking drive 3 hours home.
No.
So you're looking at over $1,000 for hotels. I haven't even fucking included any fucking merch, which you probably don't have the money to do anymore
Not anymore.
because you want to eat, you will drink, possibly, or anything like that. You're looking at close to $2,500 to see this show, and I'm like, there is no fucking show that is worth fucking $2,500. I don't care who you are. I appreciate what they're trying to do. It's because of the fact that Metallica's been around since 1982.
Yeah.
They're doing the 2 sets, and no set is the same. So they're putting all their songs in there. Poor Lars has got to play Ride the Lightning, which he fucking hates because it's a hard fucking song for him to play. But I appreciate that. Put it into 1 hour. Put it into 1 4-hour show.
Yeah, but that's for people who put it in around there. Like it's only like 2 hour drive from here, like it is from Abbotsford to Vancouver.
Okay.
So I mean, if you're doing all that, I think makes sense. You know.
If
If
that show was
Metallica
here,
came up here and played Friday and then Sunday and Saturday, we'd probably get a hotel room and stay downtown and have some fun. But
I would probably if I had the weekend tickets,
But it's not.
I would do the hotel on the second night.
Okay, fair enough. But it's still possible that you'll just come home and then have a break too, and then go back the next day.
Yeah.
That's why you're talking for people like us coming in and town completely.
Yeah. $2,500, and I'm like, that's just bullshit.
Because it's completely different currency.
Well, there's that, but I'm just like, fuck. You know what though? Like, don't do that. What you should do is on September 21st,
Yeah.
come to Chilliwack. Fucking the Electro Jets are playing a show with all their friends. Come to that. Fucking $15.
That's right. Or 10 if you buy them online. Right?
Buy them online. Yup, 10 if you buy it in advance. It's gonna be a great show.
He will be there.
I'll be there.
I will be there.
You'll be there.
Mr. There will be there.
I got something for you for that show too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I had something. We had something made up. One specially made
Extra fat.
for Marky Fatone.
All right. Extra fat.
So yeah, I gotta go pick them up. Yeah, so it just goes to show you, go support more local music.
Yeah, local one.
Go, even if you're just going down to a fucking Corky's and you're watching a fucking cover band, not Master of fucking whatever they're called,
Whatever, yeah.
not that one. They were terrible. The bass player plays in another one too.
Metallica one.
Yeah, that Metallica bass player guy.
Yeah. We played.
Christoph.
Yeah.
his name.
Plays another Metallica band.
No, he plays with another more harder. No, not harder. I think he plays in some sort of Judas Priest thing
Oh,
or
really?
something a little bit more heavier. Not that Priest is heavier than Metallica, but
No, I know what you mean. He does some other thing.
there's he plays in another band too, and but even if you go watch that, even if you just go watch, I just saw them advertise a thing. I think they're playing out in Hope or something like that. Was Blind Pigeon.
Oh yeah, right on.
Even you go watch someone like that, you know, like they play more of the rock things and stuff like that. You can always catch once a month. There's always a Never Another show once a month. Somewhere. You can go watch all kinds of things. Just go to a bar, watch those guys, support that shit, you know?
Yep.
Because that band, you might not pay a cover charge to get in, but they're getting paid through the drinks and shit like that.
Maybe,
right?
but some people,
Maybe.
some people don't even get paid for it. And they don't really, like if you're not a cover band, you're not going to be fucking. If you're an original band, odds are you're getting paid nothing.
Speaking of not getting paid,
Yeah.
apparently somebody died recently.
Huh?
Clive.
Oh yeah. I know. I saw that.
I didn't understand what the appreciation thing was. The appreciation show. I thought it was just appreciating what he's done for the music
I know.
community.
I thought it was the same thing at first too.
But apparently, maybe not.
Maybe it was a memorial show.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I was just like, holy crap, that was like something. Yeah, no, we're gonna have a good show. It's gonna be a good show.
That's always fun.
It's always fun.
Oh, is it all ages?
All ages.
All
It's
ages.
an all ages show. I haven't heard back, but I invited Lisa. I told her, bring your kids. I haven't heard back from her. I don't know when she's going to or not. I want to do one more here. This one, yeah. This is the one that Nick turned me on to, and it really made me think, and really it was really changing for me with how I viewed people. There's still a part of me that just I can't stand people, but every once in a while I take a step back and I think about the shit, and this is it. This is the one that makes me think about it all, because of it's just to be a good person. It's a spoken word. We won't go through the interview, but we'll do a spoken word part that he does at the beginning.
When I put the finish on, I don't even use a rag. I buff it right into the grain with my fingers. Sorry, all of a sudden I was taken by the spirit of Homer Formby. My next guest is back for his third performance on our show. He's just about... See, I work it right into the grain. This way I get right into the texture of the wood.
He wasn't even on TV.
He's about to start a new American tour with the Rollins Band, but tonight he's here with a spoken word performance. Please welcome Henry Rollins. Henry?
Hello. How you doing, fellas? My name's Henry Rollins. For those of you who don't know me, don't worry. First off, don't worry. I am not running for office. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't care if you like me or not, and I'm not a comic, so you can relax. I've been allowed 3 minutes of your time. Thanks, Dennis. And so I figured out what I want to say in 3 minutes. I figured since you all are here and I'm here and we're both doing the same thing, which is breathing in and out, maybe I could shortly communicate with you. I just wanted to remind you of something. And what I want to remind you all about is something I call lifetime. Because if you think about it, you might say life is short, but actually life isn't short or long. It just goes whether you're here or not. You die, life goes on. You die tomorrow, I'm still here, I'm still alive, life goes on. Time isn't running out. It just keeps running before and after you. But your lifetime is running out every second. So I wanted to remind you of that fact and remind you of the fact that you live in a very dangerous country and you live in a very dangerous landscape. And if you're in the 213 area code, which we are presently in, which is Los Angeles, you're living in a very dangerous and violent climate. And part of the city burned for nothing. A few months ago, in Venice, California, my best friend was shot in the face and had his brains blown out on my front porch for nothing. You can do a lot of things for nothing. And you can waste a lot of your time and do nothing. And I figure you get born with this body, and if it functions, I figure you're really lucky. And why anyone would want to screw it up is beyond me. So with the minute and a half I have remaining, I just implore you to stay away from the heroin, the dope. Why any of you would like to take those beautiful lungs you have and put cigarette smoke in it is totally beyond me. I mean, what's the matter with you? You guys were raised by wild dogs or something? But anyway, you are what it's all about. If anyone tells you you're lame or something, no one has anything that you don't have. You're what it's all about. You're it. And you're doing something really great, which is breathing in and out, which is a lot more than my dead friend is doing. And so you have to hold on to that. And it's all about lifetime. And I just wanted to remind you of it because I don't know any of you, but I like you. And I want to make sure you stay around, live long and strong, because I think that's much better than ending up in a plastic box in Burbank, California. Thanks.
Your best friend getting shot on your fucking stoop really fucks you up.
Yeah. So the story is that the two of them are walking. This is right during the Rodney King riots. And it's spilling out everywhere. So the story is that they were walking home from somewhere one day, one evening, and the buddy comes out, he's gonna rob them, whatever. The guy that's doing it actually shoots his best friend, like right in front of Henry. On some reason, Henry doesn't get shot. And yeah, it happened all right in front of him, and it was just, like I said, for no reason.
Yeah, I'll fuck you up.
And it can fuck you up. Yeah, for sure.
It would fuck anybody up.
Oh yeah. You know. I personally, yeah, I've seen that shit. I've seen guys with alcohol poisoning. I've seen guys in hospitals that have been hit by cars. I've seen guys in hospitals that have like been in cars that have rolled over. I know a guy that some reason has a jammer while having dinner at a friend's. And I, luckily, and being surrounded by some of the people that have kept me out of the trouble that I came very close to be getting into. So yeah, that can really fuck you up, that one.
For sure.
But it was that, for me, it was that ending part that really said, you know what? Where he says, I don't know any of you, but I like all of you. And I was like, fuck. Yeah, why do I not like people? And then I just, for me now, it's...
Then you go to Costco.
Then you go to Costco. And then it turns into an individual thing. I don't like that person that keeps hitting me with their cart because they're texting on their phone while they're pushing a cart in a fucking overcrowded store for no damn reason. Like, Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Or they get upset with me because I don't move up in the fucking line fast enough for them. And it's an individual thing. And I understand that. I'm like, because of the fact that I can't call it a race thing because everybody shops at Costco. It's not just brown, yellow, white, whatever you want to call them. It's just fucking everybody.
Anybody that can pay the fee.
Mm-hmm. Anybody that can pay that $45 a year
That's right.
to shop there, I don't know what you get out of that.
Nothing.
It's a cash grab. That's a
It's right,
huge,
it's membership.
because if you look at it, you look around, and that's just for the regular one.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fucking black card gets you.
The black card, it gets you like X amount of money on your X amount of money back. Put it this way. When I started fucking getting to move into my apartment,
Yeah.
I went to Costco and I upgraded to the black card.
Yeah.
And I got all my shit from my fucking apartment. I got
And then you get a bunch of money back for every dollar you spend type deal.
yeah, but every money you spend in about a year, they send you a check, like a Costco check, so you can take it. Anyway, so putting new tires on my fucking car, all the shit I bought for the place.
Yeah.
I got $40 back.
We're gonna do this one too. This is a good one because it's a good interview.
All right, we got the time.
Because the fact that get there. So this is Mr. Cooper.
With Mr. Letterman.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. You'll see this one. And here we go.
Oh my God. He's always on.
it. On it.
Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Oh,
it is such an honor,
Like-
me personally,
That's Dave
lifelong
Letterman.
fan. I can't believe that I get to dress up like David Letterman and interview Alice Cooper for Halloween. That's a great job.
I'm the only person that doesn't have to dress up like somebody else.
I got to be honest. I just remembered this tonight. One of the first nightmares that I remember as a child. I've never told you this. We've met before. I've never told you this, but I had this nightmare when I was like 6 years old. I saw footage of your concert, and I had this dream that I was there, and there were like cyclopses and guillotines, and then this conveyor belt of unmentionable something like covering you. And so before I even bought one of your records, you were already freaking me out.
He was
It's
my
true.
target audience.
That's right.
You were my target audience.
And that was the night that I became a man.
Yes,
I honestly
that's right.
believe
You know,
it.
well, rock and roll, horror, comedy, vaudeville, they're all in bed together.
Yeah.
As long as the songs are great,
Yeah.
then you can be anything you want to be. I mean, that being a songwriter, if the song is great, then you can put it on stage and then you can decorate it any way you want to decorate it. But the song comes first. The cake comes before the icing.
Absolutely.
We just use that much icing.
You got a lot of icing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you tour like crazy.
Just got back from New Zealand 2 days ago. And Australia, New Zealand, South America, Mexico, Europe, our third time in Europe. But, we're on the same schedule you guys are on.
Yeah, but you're Alice Cooper.
Well, I do leave a trail of blood behind me.
That's right.
I'm
And
very proud of
do you have like any sort of pre-show ritual sort of thing that you do?
It's every lead singer I know has got some sort of weird idiosyncrasy. Roger Daltrey fly fishes in his bed, just in his room. He practices. Peter Frampton irons. He irons. We used to throw all of our clothes into his dressing room, and he'd iron everything. I throw knives.
You throw knives?
I pick out people, and I put them on my board, and I throw knives. One in particular, though.
Wow. Oh, yeah, evidently we have a clip. Here's a...
That's who we're going to do.
I'm a ninja.
You actually know what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
don't you?
I can put 30 knives, right, like in a grapefruit. Right
No,
there.
thank you.
Yes.
That's a little scary. Now, I have a question. So, your new album, Paranormal, have you ever had any sort of paranormal experiences?
You know, I had a weird thing happen with Joe Perry. Joe Perry and I were in a house that my manager owned up in Copiague, New York.
Yeah.
And we were going to write a song and we both just got out of rehab. I know, weird, isn't it? Rock and roll guys.
Imagine. It's hard to believe.
And we both just got out. We went to this house. If you were going to look for a location for a horror movie, it would be this house. So all day, we got in, I opened up my suitcase, go in the bathroom, come back out, and the suitcase is closed. Ah, okay, well, I just got out of rehab. You know. And then I go in the bathroom and the water's on. And I go, that's weird. I don't remember returning that water. All day this happened, you know. So that night at dinner, we're sitting there and everybody's going, I put my guitar picked down over here and it ended up over there. And all day. And while we're talking, the basement is under us. And it's not just a little, it sounds like somebody's moving furniture in the basement, you know. And we're both sitting there like, you know, it's like an Abbott and Costello movie, you know. Finally, somebody says, and it's not like the movies where you go, let's get a flashlight and go down and see what it is.
Yeah.
No, we were out the door. You know? And I asked Shep, I said, your house in Copiague? He goes, oh, yeah. He said, the guy wrote the Amityville Horror there.
Oh.
And I went, ah.
Oh, no.
And you were going to tell me when? And the guy actually, he said, my mom was having a dinner party and the dining room table moved a foot to the right during dinner. I've had a few of those.
You've had a few?
Yes.
Well, that's terrifying, but I don't know if it's as terrifying as this.
Yes.
And could you please explain?
The one on the right was accused of killing a chicken on stage.
Okay.
That never happened, all right? The one on the left is a mass murderer of chickens. And I get all the publicity, right? One chicken. And the chicken, we're doing the show, right? Somebody throws a chicken on stage, and I'm going, well, I didn't bring it, you know? So I pick it up, and I'm from Detroit, so it has feathers, it has wings. It should fly. They don't fly as much as they plummet.
Yeah,
the audience tore it to pieces, threw it back up on stage, and the next day in the paper, Alice Cooper kills chicken, eats blood. And Frank Zappa calls me up and he said, did you kill a chicken last night on stage? I said, no, and he says, oh, don't tell anybody, they love it. So I'm now the big chicken killer.
That's it. Paranormal is available now.
That was a good one. Alice Cooper's got good stories.
Yeah, that was a damn good interview. The fact Dave Grohl dressed like David Letterman, some of the stories I've heard before, you know, that's why he posed with Colonel Sanders, the whole chicken thing. Amityville Horror thing, that's the first I've ever heard of it.
Never heard of that one either.
No, that's the first, like, him and Joe Perry writing for the Hollywood Vampires.
It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that would have been the.
And they both
Well,
been in
the
rehab?
thing is, yeah.
They were in rehab in the 80s.
The Hollywood Vampires have been around for a lot longer than we know.
I guess that, but Joe Perry was a part of it. The first
No, the
Hollywood
original.
The first vampire was just a drinking club.
It was him and
Mickey Dolenz.
Yeah, Mickey Dolenz was from the Monkees. Was in it.
From the Monkees.
Give a little piece of your heart.
Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin, yes.
Why don't you find out who was in the original?
I'm gonna find it out.
We got a little bit of time left. We got 2 minutes to kill, so we're gonna find out who was in the original Hollywood Vampires. I remember hearing Alex say the leader of that of the original Hollywood Vampires was the one who stayed. Who hasn't passed out yet. The last one to pass out.
Yeah, the original Hollywood Vampires. Here's from some website that a lot of people post on. The original Hollywood Vampires was a celebrity drinking club formed by Alice Cooper in the 1970s. In the documentary Prime Cuts, the Speakeasy and the Trams were the place to be in London. There was also a little loft above the Rainbow in Hollywood. But it was a club. Alice Cooper, Keith Moon, Ringo Starr, Harry Nilsson, and Mickey Dolenz.
I don't think we're talking to anybody.
Oh fuck! It's there. Don't worry. I didn't do it.
No, it did it by itself.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's still there.
Cool.
Harry Nilsson. What was he known for?
Fuck the fine, but the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. I'm trying to think of what his big thing was.
Claim to fame.
He was just a writer. He wrote for other people.
And I like hearing fucking Alice Cooper stories about like Keith Moon and fucking first time he met Elvis.
That one was yeah. The Keith Moon one is like we only hear 10% of Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Keith Moon was apparently he was just fucking
stayed in his fucking place drunk for fucking days wearing fucking French maid outfit.
Yeah, apparently some of the shit that we don't there's like 90% of it we don't even hear.
I know. And then fucking girl asked me, who's that? That's the greatest drummer in the world.
Yeah, a lot of people will say it's Keith Moon, Neil Peart, Bonham, those guys. The Elvis one, where he was able to disarm him
in a second.
The
little devil on my shoulder said, shoot him. The little angel said, don't kill him. By the time I could figure out what I could do, I found the ground with Elvis's foot in my face.
Yeah. And apparently he had guns everywhere. Apparently because he pulled it like out of like a drawer that like you and I would keep kitchen knives in.
Knives and forks and spoons.
Yeah, he's got a gun. He's got a gun in there. Makes you wonder about his paranoia.
Oh, he's totally paranoid. He's high as a kite too.
Oh yeah. So, and apparently a lot of people kept him that way just to get money off of him. So think about it for next week.
Can you kind of like the KKK took my baby away?
That's another one. Yeah, there was that one.
Those lines.
Yeah, along those lines.
Gotcha.
Because one of them, something came up, and I was just like, that'd be a good topic.
All right.
So the song's built on real, true life things that happen, like you said, the Kiss one, the Ramones one. It wasn't until like just recently that I found out about the whole KKK thing, and that somehow they hated each other.
Yeah.
For 22 years.
Mm-hmm. But they still did shows.
But the show I didn't know when I watched the documentary on Get Back by the Beatles.
Yeah.
How the three of them would argue. Ringo was just there, and George at one point quit, started this whole thing too because he just can't stand it all. But how they would just argue, but the second they started,
it worked.
It boom, 180, and they just played.
Yeah.
What's it called again? Aaron's reflective moments at the end.
Oh fuck! I don't remember
the Jerry Springer thing.
Oh fucking Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Greg
So-
wants final
So
thoughts.
here's my final thoughts. Listen to the music, appreciate it, but when these guys are charging you outrageous amounts of money to go see them, don't go see them. They're milking you. One case in particular, Bad Religion has canceled their tour because of a health thing on somebody's end. That's the sad state of it. But the thing is that they were gonna charge you $200 to go see them in a fucking 1,000 people place. Bad Religion has sold their albums 3 times. The LP, the cassette, the CD, and now the streaming. So not really getting any money from that, but they still get something.
I'll get just as much.
They own a record label. They've sold their albums 3 times. They are fucking millionaires no matter what they fucking say. On paper, they were worth, probably dead, worth more than alive. Don't go pay fucking $200 for this shit. Don't go paying $100 to go see fucking Social Distortion.
I'll pay $50. I'll pay $15 to go see Craig Martin and the Electric Jets.
Go see that. Go see, I don't think it was that, but if it was to come on its own, 50 to 80 to see a Marilyn Manson, I would say that. Go see those shows. Go see the ones that, like, it's gonna be happening soon because he's over in Europe right now, but Wednesday's gonna come back.
He's not doing anything else out here this year, and he's got a new album coming out next year. So
Yeah, so
we're gonna hope he's gonna come into fucking.
but yeah, and that one is going to be a low dough show. $50 for Wasp. Yeah, it's a nostalgia thing.
It's a nostalgia thing.
But don't go supporting this shit.
No, the big one. Save your money.
Save your money.
I mean, if you really dig the band, then yeah, go see it.
If there's something in their songs that actually moved you,
Yeah, if you dig the band. go
if
see
there's
it.
something or you've never seen them before,
Or you really want to do, then yeah.
there are some exceptions to the rule, but don't
Don't just say, oh, what?
go for atmosphere.
Joe Doobie and the Blowfish are coming up here. Let's go see them because we got nothing to do on Saturday. It's only fucking my mom's $500 I'm spending.
Yeah, no. Don't
No, go see the fucking other
go
one.
see something in a club. Go see. There's probably something before you go to the Roxy at 10 o'clock. Pop in at 8 o'clock.
Really, save yourself the cover charge if you want to be cheap.
Yeah, go in there for $10. You'll see somebody else.
That's right. You see, then you get your fucking top 40 hits.
You get your then you can see Dave Patton play the top 40 hits. Support the local music.
That's
I'm
right.
not just saying it because I'm in it, and he's in it, and and
Lots of
Rick is in
friends
it,
in
and
it.
lots of friends in it. Don't not because they're in it, but you know what?
The little band, the big bands are once little bands too.
Yeah, I've talked to people that have like from back east that are like, case in point, they said, yeah, I've seen the Tragic Wave. I didn't know that I saw the Tragic Wave, but I saw them. I don't think I've ever seen any of those bands that have come out of Vancouver. And I'm okay with that. The closest I probably would have been New Year's Eve to 1999 to 2000 when we almost saw Nickelback.
But we avoided that for that point.
I'm glad I would be in therapy to this day over it.
Okay, so would I. Anyway, this place is
Apparently this place is, time to cut this out.
We gotta go. Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you watch it. I get so many personal comments. You have too.
Yeah.
Oh, watch your show. Apparently, our fucking very first AI one was the fucking shit. Everybody watched it,
We deserve an award.
but then I'm like, leave a comment when you say that. Hey, good show. That's all you have to say. Nobody does. I don't know.
Actually, I went out for lunch with my cousin. He says he's never missed our show. I said, you poor bastard. And then, but he says he doesn't know how to log into fucking make comments.
Oh,
So, you guys gotta figure this shit out.
yeah. One of us does. Probably us.
No, they do. It's on their end.
Yeah.
Pat knows how to do it. Pat can do it.
Oh yeah. Oh, to make a. Yeah, you just have to sign into the YouTube. But yeah,
So, do it. Like, subscribe.
like and subscribe.
No, we haven't done the check in a while.
Yeah.
Do the check.
Oh, yeah. We've seen that we haven't done it in a while. But.
There we go. That